Hi guys, and welcome back to another cooking video. So I know it's been a while, it's probably been like over a month. I'm not really knowing what to cook or anything, so here I am again, attempting to bake. So we're going to be making some Easter mini egg cookies. I will be linking the recipe below, as this is not my recipe, it was one that I just found online. I'm going to attempt it and we shall see how that goes. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, just want to say a huge thank you for hitting 100 subscribers. I think it was yesterday, which was the 31st of March, which I literally am so thankful for. So thank you to every single person that has subscribed to this channel, and I hope you still enjoy the content that I'm going to be putting out from now on. Okay, so for this recipe you are going to need 125 grams of unsalted butter. I hope this is unsalted. You will need 100 grams of light brown sugar. You then need 75 grams of white granulated sugar. You will want 275 grams of plain flour. And then you want half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. You want 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. You want half a teaspoon of some sea salt. Then just a little extra, you want 25 grams of corn flour. You'll need 1 large or medium egg, little egg boy. This is optional, but you can have a teaspoon of vanilla. Of course, you're going to want 100 grams of some chocolate chips. You will want around 250 grams of mini eggs. Now 200 of these will be chopped and then 50 of these will be whole. So I've got some little bags because they work out cheaper. And I'm also going to be using some Terry's chocolate orange mini eggs just to add a little bit more flavour to the cookies. And this is everything you are going to need for the recipe today. The first thing that we want to do is chop up our 200-ish grams of mini eggs. So first of all, I would like to say chopping like this not going to work. Like Harry Potter did in the Half-Blood Prince, you don't chop, you squash, and they just become automatically chopped. So much easier. I was chopping like this, no go, honestly. It was so bad. So you just want to squeeze them with the edge of a knife, and you want to do this to every single one. So once all this is done, I will show you the end result. So our first step is you will need a large mixing bowl, and in the mixing bowl you just want to cream your butter along with your brown sugar and your granulated sugar. So you just want to cream these until smooth. Now this whisk isn't the best, but my hardest. And I'll get back to you once this is basically creamed. Okay, so once your mixture starts to look like this, it's nice and creamed. If you are using vanilla extract, just want to add a teaspoon now. You also want to add your egg. Then you just want to continue beating until smooth again. Once everything is smooth, you want to add your plain flour, just straight in. You want to add 25 grams of corn flour. You also want to add your baking powder, so it's 1.5 teaspoons, so it's 1/2, full, and that's 1.5. You want to add half a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda and half a teaspoon of sea salt. So now you just want to mix this in until your cookie dough forms. So as you can see immediately, it's just starting to form in the centre there. You want to make sure all the dry ingredients are mixed into the wet ingredients. Now, if you're using a bad whisk like I am, this may become difficult, but hopefully it should be fine. So now the cookie dough has formed, you want to add your chocolate chips or chopped up dairy milk. That's 100 grams of that. And then you want to add your chopped mini eggs in. Grab a wooden spoon and you just need to start lightly mixing all this in. Now this recipe should make around 8 to 9 cookies, depending on how big you have them. You could get more or you could get less if you want really big ones. So we shall see. I'm going to aim for 8 at least. And this is basically what the mixture should look like. So once you've got your cookie dough, we need to chill the cookie dough for either 30 minutes in the freezer or just over an hour in the fridge. Now because I don't have a lot of freezer space, I am going to be just putting it in the fridge. That's probably the easiest way to do this in my opinion. The recipe says around 115 grams I think it is per one, but I'm just going to do a scoop of each because I think I tried to measure out 115 grams last time and it just seemed like a lot. So hopefully this way should get a few more. Now it doesn't matter how even or odd they are. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, it's honestly just down to you. So much for 8 cookies. So instead of 8 cookies I got 12, so win-win situation really. So just before you put them into the fridge, you want to add your mini eggs to the mixture. So I'm going to try and do 3 on each, but we shall see. Some of them are going to have 2 actually, just decided because I realised I made more than I thought I was going to make. You're going to get a sneak peek into my fridge that is basically empty, and this tray luckily can fit on the slots like a shelf, and you just want to shove it in there and we'll get back in around an hour when they're done. So just before you're about to take your cookies out of the freezer or fridge, so you want to preheat your oven at 180 degrees fan or 200 degrees if you have a normal oven. So they should look something like this. And then you want to grab a baking tray with some baking paper on, already lined, and you want to grab a spoon or something just to help you pick them up, and you want to put, it says 4 on a tray but I've done mine a little smaller, so we shall see. Now that might be bad, but oh well, we'll find out when they finish cooking. I'm going to try and do 6 per tray. So I'm just going to do a tray at a time just because my oven isn't the greatest as well on different shelves. Once your oven has preheated, you want to put the cookies into the oven for about 30 minutes. So once it's been around 12 to 13 minutes, you just want to take them out of the oven. Just be careful as this will be hot for obvious reasons. Now you want to leave these cookies to cool for about half an hour, as while they're cooling, they will still continue to cook as well. So in half an hour or 35 minutes ish, we will come back and we will see how the final result looks. So once the cooling's done, they should look a little bit like this. Now this is just 6 of the 12 cookies we've made. As you can see, they expand quite a bit. Now if we break into them, it's still a bit warm, so this might be bad. But let me zoom in on this. Oh, and this one. You can see the nice, thick, cakey cookies. So that's it for today's video. Now I really hope you did enjoy it. I really enjoyed making these cookies. Again, I'll be linking the recipe down below, so please go check it out. And if you do make these cookies, feel free to tag me on Instagram or Twitter, or send them over in a DM or anything, and I'd love to see them. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.